All right, in this video, we're going to go over how to color your individual characters. So the technique will be the exact same. You can apply this for all 8 to 10 characters or however many you want to do. So let's just look at Star Fox at the moment here. Here are my top 2 layers, okay? Layer 1, we'll call it the top one, or layer 23 actually, is the outline of Star Fox. If I hide it, you'll see just the stock photo. Now let's go to the photo itself on layer 23. Something we need to do is put the opacity back up to 100% because we are done with the outline. It won't let you edit the opacity right now because the layer is locked, so unlock it. And then if we go back into the layer settings, you can now slide the opacity back up to its full 100%. After you've done this, we need to do 2 more different little setups here. First of which is hit the plus sign in the top right of the layer menu, giving you a brand new layer. This new layer needs to be in between your outline and your photograph. So underneath the outline, above the photograph. The tool that we're going to use to color all of your characters is literally just the standard paintbrush. However, for whatever reason, it's not under basic. Don't use this coarse watercolor. It's awful for this point. The tattoo inker won't do it either. It'll leave kind of like different little marks. Airbrush is not great. The vintage marker could, but it's a little too thin. And then ditto with the technical pen and fountain pen. They're going to be too thin where you want some thicker areas. If you look under legacy, you will find a paintbrush. It's just called paintbrush, like straight up. This is perfect. So that is the one, again, right here that you want. It's settings of paintbrush. The only thing I want you to double check is the opacity is 100%, which it is by default. But just in case you used it before and changed it, make sure the opacity of the paintbrush is 100. All right. So now getting into this, you could kind of start wherever you want to. I'm going to start, we'll start on his eye, actually, or his face. So I zoom in really far when I'm doing coloring because I want to make sure that I get the detail done. It looks, makes your project better. I'm going to start in like the white of his eye. Now, because this is a minimalist project, we don't want to use too many colors. So for each individual area, only choose one color. And I want this light gray right there for the eye. I'm going to hide the photo because I don't want it to get in the way. And that's another huge great reason or perk of having that pink background or magenta background is I can really see if I miss any spots. So I have the gray. In this case here, I also now want the green of his eye. So I'm going to do that. I'll hide it. Now I do note that there is a black pupil. So I'm going to leave some space for that black pupil. And then I'll go back in and grab that. You might have to change the size of your brush. A good way to do so is right here on the left. So I now have the black that I need for his pupil. So broke it down to just 3 colors. Next is going to be all of his orange on his head. Try to find something that you think is the most neutral of those, because obviously some are going to be like darker oranges, like up here, and some are going to be way too light. So I'm going to try to choose a middle tone orange. I'm pretty happy with that. I want that to go wherever there is orange. I'll block in the whites later, like his lighter hair. So I'm going to go around and I'm literally just going to kind of map out where orange is. If I ever forget, I can bring back the photo or just do section by section. So if I were to stop doing the orange here for a little bit and I want to go to this color for his eyebrow, let me pop in the eyebrow, maybe with a smaller brush, just by a little bit, like that. And then I want to go back to the orange for around the eye or by the ear. I want to take the same orange. If I used it once, I should go back to it rather than take a new one from the photo to keep with those minimal colors that we're trying to achieve, okay? So now that I've done some orange around here, let's say I want to go onto the white of his eyebrow over here. After I do the orange, maybe around it like that, okay? So what I don't want to do is I do not want to grab a different one from over here because then his eyebrows are going to be different. That's not going to go with the style. I'm going to go back to this one, grab that, hide the photo layer, and then use the same, try to recycle your colors is what I'm saying. And then pop that guy in there. I'm going to try to use a lot of the same colors. So I might even try to use his eyebrow colors a little bit more in his jacket. I will use those orange again when I get to his arms and then also to his tail. Definitely use the lighter color for the top of the tip of his tail. His pants will largely be the exact same color. I can even go as too far as to use the same color for his jacket right here as I can the whitish color or grayish color on his boots. So I want to bring the same colors around to all the different areas. Attached in the lesson, the Schoology lesson for this, will be an image of specifically my finished coloring of Star Fox. And once again, you're going to repeat this process for all of your characters that you're seeing me scroll through here. So we're shooting for 8 to 10, I think, is going to be the, well, 8 will be the minimum required. 10 is kind of like preferred. All right, guys. Hopefully that explains it all. Good luck.